Hi, I just had to comment this. I think this video is, well, this post from Kevin Holland are a few days old now, but I still need to comment this because, yeah, I am myself a grappler. Been doing BJJ for 12 years now, having the rank of brown belt, and in my well, my Instagram gets a few of these type of challenges, little now and then. Well, challenges, a little now and then, and I don't know why people do it. I mean, it's okay if you want to come and spar and just have a good time, but this type of challenges which seem, yeah, disrespectful, or it's either against me or against my training partner. I think sometimes it sticks in people's eyes that my training partner is a female, a girl, and that she is really really good. So I get a few of these challenges, which I'm gonna talk about here. It This is Kevin Holland, the UFC fighter. He is really entertaining, I think, when it comes to fighting. Um, he talks a lot of smack in the octagon, but still it's kind of in a way that you can do in sparring. So it's not that disrespectful, I think. It's more like him having fun while fighting. Um, he is mainly a stand-up fighter, I think. Well, he is a stand-up fighter, and while his ground game and takedown defense will be his lesser. I wouldn't say. Yeah, it's he's a better stand-up fighter than he is on the ground, and this is something that the MMA community and MMA fans also have clocked in on, and it seems that he also gets these type of challenges as I do. Probably he probably gets a lot more than I do too, if I'm well. So, and as you can see here, he got DM from a guy named Jaden Draper. This guy, first it seemed kind of respectful. All I can say is, even though you're a black belt, I'm positive I could submit you. Prove me wrong. And when Holland didn't answer, yeah, it just went on from there, and in the end it got kind of, yeah, disrespectful, I say. So Holland actually answered this guy, not in this DM, but what he did was to pay for the trip and pay for a hotel room close to his gym, so they could have this little sparring match. And yeah, he taped it too, so you can watch it here actually, and I'm going to play it so you can and make a few comments about it too. Here we go. So yeah, it seems like the guy is a wrestler because he goes for a takedown immediately. It seemed pretty decent, I would say. Holland though stuffed it very very easy. I think he got overhook, if I'm not, yeah, overhook, and just shoved the guy to the ground, and then pinned him, turned him, and ended with a arm and head choke. It's pretty easy choke from there. So yeah, um, that's about that, I think. But uh, I think most people would expect this to happen. I mean, even though Holland might not be the best grappler in UFC, he's still he's still good enough on the ground to submit most people who doesn't train or who is a amateur. Uh, and I think Holland was a bit bigger than this guy too. So yeah, you should be careful what you wish for, I think. But here's the deal. I think this guy, Jaden here, is a big fan of Holland. And he actually succeeded in the way that he got Holland to pay for the trip and pay for a little sparring round. And he actually get to meet the guy too. So all power to that. And I also think that I know that Holland is a nice guy. They would probably hug it out after and probably hang out after too. So I think this is while it started kind of like I think the guy tried to bait in Holland and he succeeded with it and knew that he would probably get submitted or pretty much owned, if you say so. The thing is also that Holland ended this pretty fast. I know that if you want to make a guy suffer, you see pretty fast what the level is. And I, as a teacher and instructor in BJJ, sometimes get beginners who is much bigger than me. Most are, and also while they're much bigger, they often have more strength and more muscles than I do. My way of grappling have always been to go for technique instead of muscles because I am not that athletic and I'm not that strong, so I need to go for technique. But when you get these guys, beginners, some think that their physical abilities would surpass my way of would surpass my years of training. And all they do, they try to muscle and they try to use their muscle strength instead of technique. And I need to sometimes not to disrespect them and not to be an asshole, but I need to sometimes they need to be shown what is what. So when I grapple with them, I don't finish the round fast. I drag them into the deep water and pretty much make it miserable for them until they don't have any energy left or the cardio are shot to pieces. And you can do that, and it's worse than getting submitted fast, because even though I'm like 70 kilo at most, I learned to use my weight, and some positions is worse than others. Knee and belly is hell when you're not used to it. High mount is hell when you're not used to it. Even crossface can be bad if you're not if you learn to use your weight and learn to apply it. So what I do then is I just change position. I do not go for submissions. I just jump between yeah, like knee and belly, go up and mount, and just make myself heavy and make them suffer underneath me the whole round. So I won't let them out of it with a submission. And in the end, I would probably end with some easy submission, so they get to tap. Most times, I think all times, the guy, they're mostly guys. I have had one girl, I think, who had this type of behavior, but most guys, they will come back the day after, and they will just. Last time it was he looked a little, yeah, came back the day after, and I was sitting there waiting, taping my fingers, I think, and he came up to the table and was like, Johan, I think I know what you mean about not using my strength and try to apply technique instead. And that's what I want to see. I want to see technique in the beginning and then apply the strength. So you don't use the strength to cheat the technique, because that won't work in the end if you want to be a good grappler. Anyhow, that's a bit of ranting and talking about BJJ, but back to this video, I think, yeah, it's pretty funny. This guy challenged Holland, got a trip to his gym, got submitted, and yeah, I think he probably had a good time anyways. So why that's a funny video? Yeah, I think it also paid up good for this guy, and Holland got got a good promo video for his Twitter too. So yeah, well, this was kind of a small react video. I just thought it was funny. So if I found more of these type of videos, I would probably talk about it a little, especially when it comes to grappling, because that's my bread and butter. Striking, I've been doing some of that when I was younger, but grappling is my main thing. So when I found this type of stuff, I think it's kind of funny to watch. So I will probably share it too. If you like the channel and my content, ring the bell, leave a comment, subscribe. I will be more than happy. And until then, or until next time, I would say just bye and see you later.